Time now for the Comfort Zone, sponsored by John C. Flood. We do it all.
Well, getting an underground pipe replaced is something every homeowner has to do at least at some point in their career, life, and home, but it can be rather stressful. But it doesn't have to be, and that's exactly where John C. Flood comes into play. And today we're joined by our friend Chris Thompson, Vice President of Marketing, to learn a little bit more about trenchless pipes. First of all, welcome back, Chris.
Always a pleasure.
Always fun to have you here. So when homeowners hear they need an urgent underground pipe replaced, they often picture, or I know I do as a homeowner, their yard being torn apart, potentially even their driveway being ripped up.
Right.
And you're here to tell us that that not necessarily is the case anymore.
No, it's not. It's trenchless pipe repair, which you could just the starting and end point, which is perfect, because that's what, as you were saying, it's like some people have to have that dug up, and you just have this picture in your mind of your whole yard just being
gone,
just gone, and it's a mess. And if it happens to be under a driveway, you have to tear that up. A sidewalk, that flower garden you've been working your entire life to get up, that could be just wiped out. So, and it's comparable to the same price of digging it up. So it's just 2 points. You go completely under, replace the pipe, fill those back in, and it's easy peasy. And I don't think a lot of people, I mean, there's not a lot of people that do it in our area, but I don't think a lot of people even realize that it is possible to have something like that.
Well, we see the picture, so obviously we know the advantage of not tearing up your yard, but there's some other advantages as well. You want to touch on those?
Well, the big thing is financially too, because if you do something like that and you have to dig up your driveway, your pavement or concrete or sidewalk or your flower bed, there's a lot of after costs of having to replace and redo that, because we can certainly do that for you, but that just adds an exponentially larger cost to repair and get it back the way you want it.
So let me ask you this. If you are a homeowner and you don't necessarily maybe have a problem just yet, is there a time that you should consider or think about maybe replacing pipes, especially when you have this type of process which is less invasive?
Right. Well, there'll be signs. I mean, if you have some slow drains or clogs, or if you have that period of time where it hasn't been a lot of rain, you look out in your lawn where your pipes potentially are and you see like standing water or puddling water, that might be an issue. So it will give you signs that there are issues. So what the best thing to do is probably have somebody come out in camera and take a look to see what's going on, because you really want to get ahead of that, because if the whole thing, that's when those catastrophic fails, it's not only are you going to have it maybe sooner than you're expecting or wanting to do it financially or planning wise, you really want to be able to set this up where you're going to be in a better shape to have that done.
Now, do you ever recommend, or do people ever try to prevent these issues and maybe do some upgrades prior to the break, or do you really wait for a break or leak to happen?
Well, I mean, if you see those signs where you have some issues in your home, and we get that all the time, people like their main drain at the bottom of the house, flowing back up. That's usually, that's not a good sign.
Step one,
and I mean,
panic.
Nobody wants to believe that it's something that potentially gets outside under the ground, because most people probably immediately were going to be like, oh my God, that's probably going to be the most expensive cause. But I mean, if that's the case, or something down, usually on the down level, if it's it's clogging or slow drain, have somebody come out and camera it. I mean, if the worst can happen, there might be a slight repair. There might be a little piece that we can repair rather than the whole thing.
Now, is trenchless repairs, can everyone do them? Or is it case by case, or how?
No, and anyone, it can be done for any job.
Okay. And
that's the one thing is, like, a lot of people, I don't know if they know about it, or maybe they just didn't understand what it was.
Right.
Like I said, it's comparable to actually having your lawn dug up to not dig it up.
No, I mean, the benefits seems pretty obvious.
It's like almost like a no-brainer. Why would you dig up your yard if you don't have to?
Right. All right. So the key is to see if you think you notice a problem. If you think maybe there could be a problem, maybe the first step is just reaching out to you guys to maybe come out and do an assessment. Would that be your recommendation?
It absolutely would. And we do free camera inspections, so absolutely.
I mean, the camera, I guess, is key in there, too, because obviously you can kind of take a peek and look around and kind of see what's going on. Where would our viewers go if they want to learn a little bit more about this process, or even just to reach out to you to kind of figure out maybe the best steps to take?
I think you always go to johncflood.com. We always have plenty of data, and there's actually several pages on our website talk about Trenchless and how it works and that sort of thing. It
seems pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I kind of want I may want to just come out and just see how the process works. But I mean, less invasive, that is key, keeping your yard looking good, and also nobody wants a water problem, and it's better to stay ahead of the problem. Chris, it's always so good when you stop by. Appreciate you swinging by.
Absolutely.
All the information on the screen, how you can reach out to John C. Flood and get any issues you have taken care of, and do it in an easy and an aesthetically pleasing way as well. We're back with much more Good Morning Washington right after this.